It's okay to be spiritual, even if you're not religious, don't have any crystals to put under the moon, and don't have time to meditate.
Because that's when life gets fun, becomes fulfilling, and then you discover that it really is okay to be spiritual. This podcast is for entertainment purposes only. Views expressed are those of the hosts and guests' personal experiences. The information provided is not a substitute for professional advice, whether medical, legal, or otherwise.
Welcome back to another episode of It's Okay to Be Spiritual. I'm Laurie, and Helen's beside me shuffling cards. So we're just waiting to see what spirit wants to throw out today at us. So we wrote on these cards the things we would want to know about on our journey, questions that we have. The top one.
What's your favourite spiritual documentary or movie?
We did movie because I'm not really a documentary person. I just don't have time.
What the bleep do you know? You haven't seen it, have you?
No.
It's a really great documentary, but it's a little old now. However, if you have anyone who has the DVD or you can find it on YouTube or whatever, it's still really good.
A DVD. Well, now you're showing our listeners' age.
Oh, well, at least I didn't say VHS.
And so what's this, what the bleep do you know?
Yeah, it's like it's a documentary, and it's literally someone's kind of like their mental breakdown or their dark night of the soul. That's how it starts. This person is going through a really tough time and she drags herself off to her job, and then there's a sort of an animation of, what was that movie with the little people inside the little girl's head? Like a recent one. Emotions? Like, and one little being was joy and the other one was fear. And
yeah, the kids' movie.
Yeah, the kids' movie. Well, there's a little bit of animation in What the Bleep Do You Know that's similar, very loosely similar. But anyway, it's a really great documentary. It includes Masaru Emoto's work and just the impact of our thoughts and feelings and attitudes towards life on our life. And it's a fantastic place for someone to start, just starting off on their journey. But there's tons of others. We wrote a list.
Oh, you're at Groundhog Day.
Okay, that one's old too, but it's still really good.
I don't mind that movie. Bill Murray, how he gets up and does the same day over and over until he gets it right. Is that the general synopsis?
Until he enjoys it. You missed the point.
I missed the point. Isn't that me entirely?
Yeah, because he hates it.
Yes.
And then once he starts enjoying it, he realises he actually loves it, and then he gets the happy ending that he always wanted.
Okay, looking at Groundhog Day differently now. I like that.
I think there's another one on this list that's you might not know. It's The Shack.
Yeah, I don't know that.
It's I guess quite a Christian type movie, and it's about a man whose daughter was murdered, and I guess you could say he wants revenge. And through the story, he meets God, and God is a woman in the movie. And he meets some of God's angels and who convey really important messages to him. But it's a very beautiful movie about the deeper truths of life, and especially when something horrific has happened. Mm-hmm. And it's sad in spots, but it's really very beautiful.
The only movie I could think of, because I don't have time to watch movies, I'm definitely more of a podcast in my ears while I'm hanging out washing, cooking dinner, running kids around to sport. So I don't really get to sit down much. And if I sit down, I'm generally pulling cards. But if I was going to watch a movie and someone actually told me to watch this and I didn't know it existed, and as soon as I watched it, I realised that's exactly how I see the world, and it's The Adjustment Bureau.
Oh, with Matt Damon, isn't it?
Yes, and is it Emily Blunt?
Can't remember, but she's beautiful.
She's beautiful. She's a dancer, and it's how there's something else out there controlling all our moves, making sure we're on the right path and putting divine intervention in place if we're not meant to be here or we're not meant to be there. And I think I haven't watched it for a while, but the general gist is they're not meant to be together, but love rules all, right? And so we find a way with love, which is also a lovely ending. So, I think it shows that while the spiritual path has direction and you can get support and signs and synchronicities, and, you know, you will be redirected if you need to. Like, love really is the way that you lead.
Love trumps everything.
Doesn't it?
Speaking of trumping everything, there's a movie called The Healer.
I've not seen this either.
The character's actually a little bit like you, in a way. Now you're going to think that I'm insulting you. I'm not insulting you, Laurie. He resists his gifts.
Interesting.
And the movie is about how much heartache can he bear before he goes, okay, I'm going to do this. And there's a nice love story wrapped up into it as well.
And is he a spiritual healer, or is he just an everyday person and he's considered a healer in the movie because of what he can, his influence on people?
He's an everyday person, and he doesn't realise he's got this family lineage of this incredible ability to heal, miraculous type healing, and it scares the pants off him. And then he's revealed, so the family lineage has been kept a secret. And then when it's all revealed, he basically wants to do a runner. Well, it's a little while since I've seen the movie, but...
That is kind of representative of some spiritual journeys for people. They do have hidden gifts and they sit there for years and years and they ignore them or they don't acknowledge them. And then there's just a catalyst where they come out and, you know, that's just your path now, and it was always there for you, but you had to go through what you had to go through to be able to do what you have to do.
And to appreciate it. Another one on my list, a beautiful rom-com, and it was actually created by the people who created The Secret. Remember that?
Yes.
Well, I remember the title, but I don't know if I ever actually watched it.
It was big with Oprah Winfrey back in the day.
It was. Before I watched it, I learned about that disagreement they had with Abraham Hicks. Anyway, they created another movie called The Secret Dare to Dream, and it's a beautiful love story with very direct spiritual messages all the way through it, but so well scripted that it just flows seamlessly into the story. So they're obvious, but they're seamless, and it's a really, really great story. I don't know who the male actor is, but he's quite handsome.
Cool. I'll put it on my list to watch.
Well, this episode's all about my movie watching. But another one you must put on your list is The Age of Adeline.
Blake Lively. I mean, she's gorgeous anyway.
She's amazing in that movie. And it's all about being unable to age, which is quite challenging because we so live in a world where we want to reverse time, you know, reverse our wrinkles, get all the nips and tucks and whatever the things I don't know much about. But and then there's the experience of someone who can't age.
That's nice reflective-wise, because I have had a few people in clinic lately that feel like time's running out, you know. I wish I'd have sorted this out. I feel like, you know, I'm late 40s, 50s now. I wanted to meet someone. I feel like time's running out. And so I think there is like a view that we do run out of time at some point. So having to take the eyes of someone who never runs out of time would be a nice contrast, because I'm sure that's not pleasant either.
Yeah. And it's a movie that is beautifully entertaining to watch. It's very beautifully produced and executed, but it does make you think.
It's like the vampires, right? I was a big Vampire Diaries fan, but not anymore. I don't watch dark stuff anymore. That doesn't end well for me. But like the vampires don't age either.
I didn't know that.
Did you not know that? Yeah, vampires don't age in the myth.
Oh.
Yeah, and they have to be invited in.
Wow. Okay, let's not mix the two movies. There are no vampires in The Age of Adeline.
No.
That I
There's
know
also
of.
no Ian Somerhalder in that either. Soz. He's also in Vampire Diaries, though.
What about, you haven't seen Blake Lively's husband's movie, Free Guy?
No, but that is actually on my list to watch, yes.
I reckon it's a really dorky title.
Yeah.
I didn't want to watch it just because of the title. But in the end, I watched it twice. It's full of deep messages and hints about the way the world works. But I really love how, well, I hope this doesn't ruin it, but they have to create a a community.
Spoiler alert.
Yes. To win the day. Let's leave it at that. They have to work together.
I've not seen it, so you've not ruined it for me yet.
Yet. Episode needs to end now.
But I think the whole point of listing these off is when you're kind of exploring other possibilities and ways of life and ways of thinking and ways you can get information or pull up on a perspective. Sometimes having a movie to watch can help with that, or it could just give you a nice escape for a little bit too.
Yeah, but why not make an escape worthwhile? Like, I just make sure that everything I watch, everything I listen to, everything I read supports my spiritual journey. So when people give me movie recommendations, I love it because I don't watch regular TV. If I'm going to sit down in front of the TV, I want to watch a movie or something that's going to lift me up.
Agree.
So hopefully these suggestions might lift you up when you need the escape, the worthwhile escape. Let's call it the worthwhile escape.
Or inspiration, that there's something else going on that maybe some other people are in on it, these directors, these writers. There's more of us out there.
A lot more of us out there.
That wraps it up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Until the next episode.
Next time.
Remember.
Happy watching. Get the popcorn out.
It's okay to be spiritual.
And watch movies.
Bye for now.